there is something that I want to touch on tonight because it's interesting to see how women will perceive one situation and a man will perceive that same situation totally different. Terraine, what are you talking about? I'm glad you guys asked. I'm talking about the difference between how women view men that may be interested in them and the way that men view women that may be interested in them as well. So, what I'm going to pull up here and share is something that is called the sexual overperception bias. And this is what that means. The sexual overperception bias relates to the tendency to overperceive another individual's sexual interest in oneself. The bias predominantly occurs in men, where they are more likely to overestimate a woman's sexual interest, while women are more likely to underestimate a man's. And here's why this is key. We all have a friend, male or female, that they're totally either oblivious to what is going on or they exaggerate what is going on. And here's an example I want to give. I have a friend that he works out, strong guy, he's getting fit, right? Every day he's building for his summer body. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is or what season of the year it is. One day he saw a woman through the mirror at the gym. He saw her reflection. And through the reflection in the mirror of this woman, he interpreted that she was in love with him. So now he's talking to us. He's like, yo, Terraine, you see that girl over there? She can't stop staring at me. She loves me. She wants some of this. I turned around to see who the hell he was talking about because nobody was looking at us. But what he did is he caught eyes with the young lady through the reflection in the mirror. And right away, he was in love, baby, because she was in love with him. And in return, he was in love with her. So each day, he made it his business to do things that would get her attention. And you know what happened? She paid him no mind. She kept on going with her day. She was there to work out, go home, likely to her husband, likely to her boyfriend, likely to the kids, and enjoy the rest of her life. And that's how men will misinterpret situations. This is why a man can fall in love with a stripper after getting a lap dance. This is why a man can scroll through TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, social media, comment and like on 1,000 women's pictures. And the minute he gets a comment in reply to his comment, he feels like he's on top of the world. He's like, oh my God, look at me. I'm catnip. On the reverse now, you have women, some women who are totally oblivious to a man that is hanging around them who is doing what we call orbiting. And what is orbiting? It's when someone circles around a woman waiting for an opportunity. He is fueled by hopes and dreams. And no matter how many times, subtly, the woman doesn't show him any affection, no matter how many times she turns him down, the man will feel entitled to the fact that he thinks in his mind that he has an opportunity because the girl in her mind is unaware of what is going on. She can't see it. Even if Stevie Wonder would have come to her and tell her, I can see it. She's like, really? Where? Who? What? When? Where? How? This is why so many men will say that women can't be friends with men because women run a dangerous game because some of them just can't see it. Johnny down the street doesn't really want to be Johnny down the street. He's hanging around waiting for an opportunity. I'll give you an example, ladies. Some of you will have a male friend that his sole purpose there is to extract resources. And by resources, I mean time, energy, and effort. He comes across many times as a big baby, a second child if you have children. And what this person does is he needs to be the center of attention. Anytime one of his female friends or acquaintances gets into a relationship, he starts to crack jokes about that person or about that relationship. He goes out of his way to find something quote unquote funny, or he goes out of his way to shed a spotlight on the female friends or the female acquaintances relationship in a joking way. But there's that beautiful saying, right? There's a truth to some jokes. There's a meaning behind some jokes. And in this case, there's a meaning. You ever wonder why certain male friends say certain things to certain female friends that they don't say to other friends? Be aware of that behavior, be cognizant of it, because I believe that men and women can be friends. I just think that women do a bad job of identifying toxic traits in some of their male friends. A man should speak to a woman differently than he speaks to a man. Men and women can be friends. Absolutely, I agree. But the boundaries have to be set as such. Remember, friends, no matter who they are always third on the hierarchy of relationships. It goes you, your spouse or long term relationship, children as well, second place, then your friends. Your friends get no higher than third, meaning that there's always going to be a slot that they can't access, which is reserved for the person you're in a relationship with or as a buffer between yourself and that friend.